If you've been thinking about leaving Seattle, you are far from alone. And one of the most surprising places professionals are landing is the south end of Whidbey Island. In this video, I'm breaking down why so many Seattle professionals are trading the city for towns like Clinton and Langley, how they're managing to keep their same jobs while living a completely different lifestyle, and why they're often getting more home for less money. Whether you're already planning your move or just curious if South Whidbey could be the right fit for you, this video will give you the clarity you need. Before we dive in, I want to quickly introduce myself. I'm a local real estate agent and I work with people every single week who are in the exact situation you might be in right now, trying to figure out whether to stay in Seattle, sell their home, or find a better fit somewhere like South Whidbey Island. This is not a one-size-fits-all decision, and that's exactly why I like to have a real conversation about it. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to this area, I would love to help you think it through. All my contact information is right down in the description below, so feel free to reach out anytime. There is no pressure, just honest local guidance. Now let's get into why South Whidbey has become such a popular landing spot. Let's start with the number one reason people cite when they leave Seattle: affordability. Housing prices in the city have climbed dramatically over the last decade. And even with recent market corrections, the cost to buy a home here is still well above the national average. On top of that, everyday expenses like groceries, utilities, and childcare have all risen, squeezing household budgets in ways that weren't as noticeable 5 or 10 years ago. For many professionals, especially those raising families, the math simply stops working. They're paying a premium to live in the city without seeing a proportional increase in quality of life. This is where South Whidbey Island, especially the Clinton area, comes into play. Clinton sits right at the ferry landing, which means you can be off the boat and into your car in Mukilteo in about 20 minutes, making it one of the most accessible island communities for people who still need to get into the city occasionally. For the price of a modest condo or a fixer-upper bungalow in Seattle, buyers are finding they can land a home with actual land, mature trees, and often water views on South Whidbey. That kind of price per square foot difference is a huge part of what's drawing professionals across the water. The second major factor is the shift towards remote and hybrid work. And this is really what unlocked South Whidbey as an option in the first place. When so many tech and corporate jobs went remote, it broke the tie between where people lived and where their office was. Someone working for a Seattle-based company no longer needs to live within a short commute. They just need reliable internet, and for hybrid roles, a manageable travel day when they do need to be in the office. Clinton and the surrounding South End communities have become a sweet spot for exactly this. Close enough for the occasional commute, far enough to feel like a completely different pace of life. Beyond the numbers, the lifestyle change is often the real driver. People describe trading traffic and crowded sidewalks for quiet roads, beach walks, and a genuine small town feel where neighbors actually know each other. South Whidbey offers a slower rhythm, local farmers markets, independent shops in Langley, and a strong sense of community that many say they did not realize they were missing until they experienced it. For professionals who are burned out on the pace of city life but not ready to give up their careers, this combination of income stability and lifestyle change is incredibly appealing. It is worth noting that South Whidbey is not the only place drawing people out of Seattle. Plenty of professionals are also looking at spots like the Kitsap Peninsula, Snohomish County towns like Snohomish or Monroe, or further afield to places like Bellingham or the Olympic Peninsula. Each of these areas offers its own version of the same trade-off: more space and a lower cost of living in exchange for a bit more distance from downtown. But South Whidbey does tend to stand out because of that combination of ferry accessibility and genuinely distinct island lifestyle, which is hard to replicate on the mainland. Let's clear up a few misconceptions I hear often. First, people assume the ferry commute is a deal breaker, but for most hybrid workers only going into Seattle a couple of times a week, it becomes a predictable, even enjoyable part of the routine rather than a burden. Second, some assume island living means isolation, but Clinton and Langley have grown enough that you've got grocery stores, medical care, good schools, and a genuine community, not just a remote outpost. Finally, people worry it's too late or too competitive to buy on the island. But inventory and pricing on South Whidbey still offer real opportunities compared to what you would be fighting for in Seattle proper. So, how do you know if South Whidbey is the right call for you specifically? Start with your job flexibility. Do you have a remote or hybrid arrangement that could handle an occasional ferry commute? Consider your budget. Are you looking to stretch your dollar further and get more space, land, or a water view? And think honestly about pace of life. Are you craving quiet and community, or would you miss the density and energy of the city? There's no universal right answer, which is why talking through your specific situation with someone who knows this market can save you a lot of guesswork. If this video helped you understand why so many Seattle professionals are choosing South Whidbey Island, you're going to want to watch next, Living in Clinton, Washington, Why Seattle Escapees Are Moving to This Whidbey Island Ferry Town. I go deeper into what makes Clinton specifically such a popular landing spot, from the ferry commute to the local community and housing options. Click that video now, and if you're ready to talk through your own move, my contact info is right there in the description below.